Have you ever noticed how some people seem to get things done no matter what, while others spend hours thinking about what they should do, but never actually start? Most people believe laziness is caused by a lack of motivation. They wait for the perfect moment, the right mood, or a burst of inspiration before taking action. But what if that's exactly what's keeping them stuck? Psychologists have discovered something surprising. The biggest obstacle to productivity isn't laziness itself, it's the way our brains react to starting. Think about the last task you avoided. Maybe it was studying, exercising, cleaning your room, or working on an important project. The task probably felt bigger and more difficult in your mind than it really was. That's because the brain naturally tries to conserve energy. When it sees a challenge, it looks for an easier alternative. Checking your phone feels easier. Watching another video feels easier. Scrolling social media feels easier. And before you know it, hours have disappeared. But here's the interesting part. Researchers found that the hardest part of almost any task isn't doing it, it's starting it. This is where the 30-second rule comes in. The next time you don't feel like doing something, don't tell yourself you'll finish it. Don't promise to work for an hour. Don't think about the entire task. Instead, commit to just 30 seconds. That's it. If you need to study, open the book and read for 30 seconds. If you need to exercise, do it for 30 seconds. If you need to clean your room, spend only 30 seconds cleaning. At first, this sounds too simple to work, but it works because it removes the biggest barrier, mental resistance. Your brain isn't afraid of a huge project. It's afraid of the effort it believes the project requires. 30 seconds feels harmless. There's no pressure, no huge commitment, no overwhelming goal. And something strange happens once you begin. The resistance starts to disappear. Psychologists call this the action effect. Taking action creates momentum. Once you're moving, continuing often feels easier than stopping. That's why many people who plan to exercise for just a minute end up working out for 20. People who sit down to write one sentence often write an entire page. The action itself changes how the brain feels about the task. What's fascinating is that motivation usually doesn't come before action. It comes after action. Most people wait to feel motivated before they start. Highly productive people start first and let motivation catch up. That's a huge difference. Imagine standing beside a parked car. Pushing it from a complete stop requires a lot of effort. But once the car begins moving, keeping it moving becomes much easier. Your brain works the same way. Starting is the hard part. Momentum does the rest. This is why the 30-second rule is so powerful. It tricks the brain into crossing the most difficult line, the line between thinking and doing. And once you cross that line, everything changes.